Hey everybody, welcome back to X-Plane 11, and today I'm going to fly the Cardinal from Carenado. It's not a perfect plane in real life and the Carenado version, but I did see a Cardinal RG when I was hanging out at the airport this weekend at John Wayne, and it looked super cool.
Bird, whoa, buddy.
And Dr. Ocean, thank you for another gifted sub to Row. That is freaking awesome. Oh my God. That's awesome. Thank you. So we're going to fly this up to Big Bear because the pilot, when I talked to him, I was there so long that I watched him pre-flight the plane, take off, and then come back. And between then, he had dinner with his girlfriend at Big Bear. Round trip. So I was at the airport for 8 hours on Saturday reading my check ride prep book. 8 hours at the airport. It was freaking awesome. X-Plane pilot, happy Monday. Hello. And hello to everybody else that's joining in the chat. Dr. Ocean, Ro, Kinney, Ryan, all of the Ryans, Cosmic. Who else am I missing? Simulated Flyer, Shenanigans, Sonic Pilot, and
Hey,
Iowa.
bird, whoa, buddy.
Dr. Ocean, thank you for the gifted sub to the X-Plane pilot. That's awesome. Yeah, the check ride is coming up pretty soon. I just ordered on the A-word updated charts. So I have the sectional TAC chart. What the hell do they call it? The chart supplement, whatever. The hell do they call that? PFD, right? And the new FAR aim. So I got all that stuff on the way so I can mark that all up and have all the updated stuff ready to go for the check ride. But I've been studying so much, I've been reading all that crap so much that I wanted to not be in the 172, something different, just have some fun on PilotEdge, which is what we're going to do. So this is, again, what I think is the best looking high wing single engined tricycle gear. Those are the only stipulations, right? High wing single engine piston tricycle gear airplane, right? Best looking. I think it's awesome. No struts look great. The raked windshield looks awesome. The rear, I like the rear window for some reason. I like the non-split window, like the 182. I think that looks awesome. Doors are huge, super easy to get in and out of. It's awesome. Does Navigraph JEP have the AFD information anywhere? I always look on SkyVector for departure procedures. Yeah. Oh, Navigraph, I don't know, but I use ForeFlight for it, but I need the paper stuff for the check ride, and it'll be nice to have that as well in paper form. I've never had one of the paper ones. I just use SkyVector and ForeFlight, so it'll be nice to have the actual paper AFD in the plane. You need a paper FAR aim for the check ride. I believe you do not. I don't think you need a paper anything for the check ride, but it helps to have it. I'm going to use it to mark things up because I just feel like it'll be quicker to tab through the paper FAR aim than it will be to open up the iPad, and I want to just preserve the battery life on that. The charts, yeah, if he fails your iPad, yeah, I mean you just whatever backups you have. I'm talking tabbed FAR aim for oral. Yeah, you can. Oh, I'm taking tabbed FAR aim for oral. Yeah, yeah. I want the physical stuff. I want all the physical stuff. I thought paper is now optional for with EFB. Yeah, paper is optional. Yeah, chart supplement, charts, TAC chart, all that stuff is all optional with EFB. But I want to have both. I want to have updated both as well for actually flying in the plane as well. I do want those paper backups. All right, let's get the parking brake set. This isn't actually where the guy parked. He's over more where that fuel truck is, but I kind of wanted to pull out from underneath these overhangs here. So let's get the power coming on. Let's get the beacon on. Check the fuel. I think our fuel is fine. Yeah, we got plenty of fuel. You lucky. Way back when we discovered fire, we had to wrestle those damn VFR charts, plotting and flying. Yeah, that sucks to have to bring a chart with you, or just have to do that at all. I mean, I did it once, and it is just such a freaking pain in the ass. Okay, let's get this thing primed. I don't think this matters at all for this plane, because it is not a rep pack. Let's see if it'll just start with the mixture full in. But I think it is carbureted. I think. Awesome. That's stuck on. Oh, we don't have any fuel. That's why. There we go. Okay. There it goes. I'm failing your eyes. You really realize how small the flight deck is with a chart. Yeah, and when you have the chart and you're trying to like plot things, it's a nightmare. And then get out your E6B and then try to do calculations, like, just, my God. How did anybody ever fly? It's beyond me.
Pull up.
Honestly. Maffy 1979, welcome. Thank you for following. And refolding for landing. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, because you want to like fold it up so it's like manageable. I mean, you're not like holding it out fully, so you want to have just the part that you need unfolded. And God, just what a mess. What an absolute mess. All right, we're going to be going to L35. So I'm going to get this in our flight plan here. Let's go to menu. Delete this. John Wayne. L35. Big Bear City. This is one that you can pretty much go straight to. Folded the size of a softball. Yeah, you just crumple it up in a picture. And below minimums, this is a beautiful beast. And it's even more beautiful when you get that gear swinging. All right, so that is good. Let me see. Do we have radios? Yep, I think we got my radio stack on. That's awesome. That's awesome.
More eyes on initial contact. You have information, Oscar.
Oscar, cool.
John Wayne Airport, ATC information, Oscar. 0053 Zulu. Windcom. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 29er. Dew point 3. Altimeter 297. Arriving and departing runway
we're pretty close.
left, 20 right.
Okay. Anything else that we need to know will be a surprise. Oh yeah, I was wondering if this thing is carbureted. I don't think it actually is. I think it is fuel injected. I can't think of a plane other than the Stinson in X-Plane that is actually carbureted. It's all cabin air, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think this is definitely fuel injected, which is good. Okay, so let's get our clearance happening here.
Southwest 626.
Dave, yes, this is the Cardinal.
25.9.
Which was, Cessna was hoping that this was going to be a replacement for the 172, but it was not for a number of reasons. Unfortunately, stabilator is one big difference from the 172. And obviously, the tail forward is very different.
626 approach, check its altimeter 3010.
It's the Ford Tempo of the skies. It's actually the Porsche 928 of the skies. Ryan, all the warriors and archers in the sim are carbureted.
Cessna Skyhawk 204. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Julia. Okay, I think that's fine. So we're gonna go. Let's get an El Torro Departure. Flying Mercury, what's happening? We're gonna go El Torro Departure. I forgot the ATIS. Let's cheat it. ATIS. Oscar, that's right. Information Oscar. So we're gonna request El Torro Departure. So that's 080 out of below 3000. Departure frequency will be 128.1, and we will get our beacon code here in a second. How many frequencies are available in PilotEdge? X-Plane Pilot, all of the frequencies that are used in the real world are used on PilotEdge. So it's within the coverage area. The only, well, I should say every frequency down to the thousandths, but the ones that are actually manned are all approach and center frequencies, as well as all of the tower and all the airport and associated frequencies for that airport. That is covered on PilotEdge. So a lot. I know there's a number for them. They've mentioned that number before. Like, I think Marcus knows it off the top of his head and Goldsy, but I'm not sure. I just heard yesterday that there are only about 3, and they're located in the west of US. Oh no, that is definitely not the case. No, I'll show you how many frequencies. So we're on 2185. So there's one we'll be on 4 frequencies before we get out of here. Joey Clarence, good evening. Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo with information Oscar. Like flight following to Big Bear City at 9,500 via the El Torro Departure.
Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo, John Wayne clearance after departure. Flight heading 080, maintains VFR at or below 3,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5366.
5366. Okay, departure, that's left turn heading 080, at or below 3,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5366, Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo.
Cardinal 4 Bravo Romeo, you're back correct. What was your requested altitude?
9,500 for Bravo Romeo.
Cardinal 4 Bravo Romeo, you're back correct. Correction, thank you for that.
Okay, 66. We'll get altitude on. So we are lined up there, and then we're going to need our departure heading, which is 080, which is over there. And that was it. And we'll put 3,000 is our departure. So we'll just put that on there just to remind us that we're restricted 3,000. Okay. Now we're going to go over to ground 20.8, and we can get rid of this for you guys. Nope, that's, I don't know, what did I just hit there? That was, there we go. Okay. So now we cleared there. Okay, and you can see 20.8, there's ground. Showing ground Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo at Dove Street with information Oscar, taxi to tower run up.
Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo, ground taxi run up by Bravo Vaz complete.
Alright, Bravo to the run up. We'll let you know when we're ready for Bravo Romeo. Yeah, so the X-Plane Pilot, there are only like 2 to 3 controllers on PilotEdge at any time. They do control all of the frequencies, but it is, I don't want to say role played because that's not.
Yeah!
I haven't heard that sound effect in forever. Doctor, oh shit! Thank you for the $3. So that is... I totally forgot about that sound effect. That is the donation sound effect that I made. It is... it is Pink Floyd, Money, and that is my first instructor, Tony, saying yeah. And I freaking love that so much. Yeah! What were we doing? I think we were doing like a power off or something like that. Yeah, okay, yeah. So what Ryan was saying is that I change frequencies and check in as if it's another person. So even though it's the same voice, I am calling and checking in as if it's somebody else. And that's kind of why I hesitated on saying that there's a role play aspect to it, but you kind of have to role play that you're talking to somebody else. If you are making a request that like if you're coming into an airport and you're talking
contact LA Center.
And you're talking to approach, for example, and you ask the approach controller, hey, can I get
626 Vegas Airport,
a short approach, and he'll tell you, like, make that request with the tower, and then you flip over to the tower. It's the same guy, so they're good at compartmentalizing their role on whatever frequency that they're on. So yeah, an X-Plane pilot, if you stick around, you'll see exactly what it looks like in a couple of different situations. A Class Charlie airport, which is where we're at now, we're going up to an untowered airport, so we'll be on Unicom up there, and then once we leave there, we'll go into maybe like a Delta or something and show you that. So you'll get a taste, and we'll be on flight following all the way, so you'll hear approach controllers all the way through. So yeah, you'll definitely want to see how it works before you make your decision. That's definitely what I did too. I watched a lot of stuff before I made that decision, but I fly out of this airport in the real world, so it was kind of a no-brainer being in SoCal. Okay, so apparently neither mag is working. Listen to this drop. Oh, that's actually way too high. That crept up a little bit. Okay, so there's 2,000, which I don't even know if that's the correct RPM for this. It might be even lower than that, but actually 2,000 is way too high. I think the Archer was at 2,000. There's 1,800. 1,800 is the 172. So let's check the mags. 50. Okay, so that's dropping now a little bit. It was not dropping before, and it's slowly coming back up. And it's going back.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh. Dr. Ocean, thank you again for $5 donation. I love it. I love that sound effect so much. I need to figure out a way to make that sound effect happen more often. Because it's friggin' sweet. But Dr. Ocean, thank you, man. That is very, very kind of you. Let's do a quick run up. That control surface works. That control surface works. That you can't see anything. Tail works. Rudder works. Everything works. All right. Jumping ground, Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo, continue.
4 Bravo Romeo 20 right, taxi 5 Bravo Kilo.
Bravo Kilo 20 right, and we'd like to request a departure from 20 left as well once we get there.
4 Bravo Romeo, I figured you'd probably request that. 20
Yeah!
right, Bravo Kilo, cross 20 right.
Dr. Ocean, holy crap. Okay, it's 20 left via Bravo Kilo, crossing 20 right at Kilo 654 Bravo Romeo. Dr. Ocean, Jesus, dude.
Pull up. Pull up.
Wow. Tony, definitely. Flying Mercury, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, Tony definitely needs to that one. Dr. Ocean, good lord, dude. Yeah. Are you sure that wasn't supposed... Yeah, I mean, there were 2 other options for the decimal point that probably would have been more accurate. Oh, Dr. Ocean, jeez, dude. Read the messages. I will read the messages, absolutely. That's freaking awesome, dude. Relatively new to being sort of serious in sim. I'm not ready for a PE sub, but I'll get there, I think. Well, Dr. Ocean, that is very nice of you, man. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. It's probably more than
Up with 626, biggest tower, ladder point ladder.
I really appreciate that, Dr. Ocean. I will definitely.
Approaching runway 20 right.
I will definitely dedicate the next hour of flight time to, for sure. He is the man of many hours. Cleared. What helped me and Cosmic, this is a lot for you, you know, you haven't quite got to the point of signing up for PilotEdge.
626, biggest tower.
I made it in the Tech Build Alpha. Nice.
2.0, correction, wind 1004.
Is keep it tight. One of my first few flights on PilotEdge, I just kept it local, out of my airport. You know, and if you're not in the Southern California area, you don't have to be at your airport, but just pick an airport to be based out of and just fly in the pattern, fly local, come back, and just slowly get used to it like you would in the real world.
Down 134 Mike with the SoCal approach.
It really helps your confidence if you build it up that way. Because if you start with something that's out of your experience level, you can get frustrated and kind of get turned off by it. And yeah, the CAT ratings are good. I even would recommend doing CAT 1 through 3 and then stopping at 3 and staying local before you go on to the next ratings, because sometimes even those CAT ratings, like 4 and beyond, can even start to get a little bit daunting. But if you keep, just keep doing even just taxiing and doing pattern work and being on with just ground and tower will help build confidence until you're like, hey, you know what, I'm ready to fly outside of the airport. And then you can start expanding, come back to the same airport. But I found that coming back to the same airport helps because you build up that familiarity where you know where to park, you know what the taxiways are, so you're like layering your experience. Like when I get into John Wayne, I know exactly what the runways are, where to park, where to go. So as I depart and start adding different elements, like maybe going into New Delta, or maybe transitioning a Bravo, or maybe getting flight following to a new airport, doing something new, I'm still coming back to a familiar area where I have my comfort level is a lot higher. Jiaowing Tower, Cardinal 654, Bravo Romeo, holding short 20 left at Kilo.
For Mike Whiskey, kind of hit remote tower, 118, cushion 119.87, keep your squawk code.
Yeah, in Cosmic, it doesn't have to be treated any differently than real world flight training, and that's what you do in the real world. Is you...
We're 654 Bravo Romeo, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff, wind calm.
Clear for takeoff, 20 left at Kilo, 654 Bravo Romeo. Okay, lights, camera action. So that's the method that I took, is I'm going to treat this like the real thing, and you don't just hop into a 737 and go, Vegas to LAX. You got to build up, obviously, from there. But
approaching runway 20 left.
That would be the advice that I would give, is just
entered runway 20
have a base
left.
of operations until you're
2,500
comfortable
feet
with
remaining.
going off to new airports. Okay. There is It's 2-0 left. Full power. Airspeed is alive. Everything's in the green. This thing doesn't. And let's row. Oh, that's. We left it way long. Had the gear down. So we'll put that back up. So I want to watch the whole thing. There it goes. That's happened to me a couple times. If I was screwing around with the knobs and stuff, I'd have the gear up, and you can't really tell until it trips the switch. Yeah, and exactly what Below Minimum said is it's good for non-flying practice. Procedures, checklists, airport, facility stuff, taxiways, radio communication, holding an altitude during steep turns won't help you hardly at all. Yeah, it definitely looks like some sort of bug. Now I'm going to have that sound effect stuck in my head. Boom, boom,
Before Bravo Romeo, radar contact, cannot search Auto Departure.
We're going over to departure for Bravo Romeo. See ya. It's like I'll say see ya to him, even though I'm switching over to departure now. So we're on 19.9, that's tower. And now we're going to switch to 28.1, that is departure. SoCal departure, good evening. Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo, 1,500 restricted, 3,000.
654 Bravo Romeo, SoCal departure. Cancel altitude restrictions of an navigation.
Resuming ONAV and altitudes 654 Bravo Romeo, thanks. Is it good for real world practice? Explain, pilot. Yeah, 100%, man. I use PilotEdge in the sim extensively as I mean, from now since, what is that? Captain Odie? Thank you for following, welcome. But yeah, going from the sim to the real world, there's things that you have to be aware of and be careful of. But I, on my discovery flight, I had 2 discovery flights, one up in Seattle area and one at John Wayne. And by the time I did my second discovery flight at John Wayne, I was on the radios the whole time. No, there was a lot of things in the plane that I didn't do. You know, like I obviously had an hour and a half in the logbook, so you know I wasn't
Southwest 626, taxi departing
perfect
by Alpha 6,
at all.
Bravo, cross
But
runway 26 right,
I was on the radio for the entire time, and there's no way you can do that as a student pilot on your discovery flight. Use the radios out of a Class Charlie airport on your discovery flight without being on a simulator like this. Flying GA and VATSIM was okay on Friday. It was not too bad. Yeah, and X-Plane Pilot, that's kind of what I've done with this stream is I'll practice for a flight, in a real-world flight, do it in the real world, come back and debrief it, and that repetition has made it a lot clearer what is similar and not in the sim. So doing something like that I would highly recommend, because you'll start to pick out things that in the simulator just does not control correctly, or like you would in the real world. So the skill level of VATSIM controller swings so wildly. Yeah, it was still fun. I had a blast flying, and I will definitely be back on VATSIM soon. I should start leading this thing. We can be pretty much guaranteed, though, that we're not going to blow this thing up. That was fun. So we have our pretty magenta line, and I've also got it on 4th light here as well. And usually I wouldn't. I have been really not inputting things into the GPS.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Ernie, thank you so much for 12 freaking months, dude. That is insane. 1 year. I can't believe it, man. Thank you so much, Ernie. I appreciate it a lot. But since I have this in here now, I can go to GPS and we could turn on the autopilot. I'm going to do that. So here's the autopilot. Turn on, where is it? Nav. And then we'll get yaw damper. Autopilot is going on. Vertical speed. Not 5,000 feet per minute. Good God, we're gonna die. We're gonna be dead. I don't even want to look. I do not want to even look out of the plane and see what it's doing right now. But it's probably not good. Try to do 6,000 feet per minute in this Cardinal and see what happens. Your sound samples are the best. Well, they're from. Usually, most of them are from the real world flights. But thank you, Flying Mercury. I like them. I find them pretty funny. That hey buddy is us almost hitting a bird, by the way. See if I can pull that. Oh, and we're gonna be on 35.4 next, is my guess. So we'll get that in here. That'll be our next frequency. Let's see. Oh man, which I have no idea what that was. I'm not even gonna try to look. I don't know. All right, Cosmic, thank you so much, man. Oh, the new Star Wars trailer's out. I have to watch that. Maybe we can all check that out after this. Buddy. Let's see, where's the money one?
Yeah.
And then Buddy is here.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
I gotta find that clip. It got really freaking close. How do you have your head shake? How do you have your head shake to move around so much?
For Mike Whiskey Guys, turn it by Alpha Hotel.
I'm just looking around, just with a mouse. Is that what you're talking about?
So long.
Oh, when I stay still? Oh, I have no idea. I don't touch that at all. It's barely moving now. I think that's a global setting in X-Plane. I have no plug-in for that. I'm pretty sure that there's a setting. Pretty sure that there's a setting for that. Field of view somewhere. It might be like really, really hidden, possibly. I thought there was one, isn't? I don't know. It's somewhere. Camera view.
178 for the Tri-Cities. Shed 1 departure, Coaldale,
I
transit.
have XP, Realistic Pro, and it's not as strong. Huh. Yeah. I'll sometimes have a beverage. That's a good idea. I actually kind of need.
178 squawk 46.
As soon as I get the next frequency, I'm gonna go get some more. Thanks for reminding me, Ro.
Legion 478, you're back. Correction. Legion 178, you're back. Correct.
As soon as we check in.
November 4 Bravo Romeo, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
35.4, 4 Bravo Romeo. We'll see you later. Nailed it too. 35.4. SoCal approach. Good evening. Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo 7200. climbing 9,500.
Number 654 Bravo Romeo, SoCal approach. Ontario altimeter.
What's up, flight?
2999er.
2999er 4 Bravo Romeo, thank you. Holy crap. Okay. What up, dude? Flight, it's been a couple weeks, man. Anything new on DPE stuff? Type, and I'm gonna go get some wine. Pissed Pilot, welcome back. Hello.
One 3 Whiskey Boy, ground on request. TBM 13 Whiskey cleared to the Avalon Airport.
A little dry Riesling.
Departure procedure to Niels.
Got your captain upgrade
Echo
class
Delta
schedule
direct.
for the 11th, and I have to build another 1,000 hours PIC before I can do the DP
Maintain
stuff.
7,000.
Dude, that's awesome, dude.
2005.
Congrats, man.
Departure frequency with LA Center 134.65.
X-Plane, I-5 6700K, overclocked, on air with a 1066 gig. Very minimal stuff. Or moderate, or whatever. I worked for Newegg, and we had crazy liquid-cooled builds all over the place. And the air is so much more reliable, and unless you're, have a particularly known to be hot running CPU and overclocking it like crazy, the air coolers are awesome. Cooler Master 212 Evo is friggin' sweet. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, and the RAM is actually the one thing that I really do want to upgrade. So that's probably the next thing I'll put in this computer at some point. Oh yeah, look at this thing. Oh, come on, stutter. As soon as I was just talking about how nice you were as a moderate build, you give me the world's biggest frickin' stutter. He's a pretty one. My CPU is original, almost 10 years old. It's been air cooled its entire life. Yeah, you don't have to worry about a pump failing or whatever. I mean, that's really kind of the only thing with an all-in-one cooler. It's so nice. Visual Doppler effect, good call. But AIOs do look really cool. They do. The NZXT Kraken is one of my favorites, and if I were to no, I want, what did I hit? I wanted altitude, and I think I hit something else. If I got one, that Kraken is pretty nice. They do look cool. No, they're not expensive at all. But like I said, they're overkill. They're unnecessary if you don't need it. And like Flight said, yeah, the 212 Evo, I got it for $35. I've got my i5 overclocked to like 4.7 in SoCal, and it doesn't skip a beat. Okay, what can we do cruise-wise here? I think we need some massaging of our propeller here. You cut yourself on your air cooler. So you got it. You got your AIL out of spite. I like that. That's fine. Out of spite. Yeah, and if it's a pre-built and it's in there, then whatever. Having any crash problems on PilotEdge on 1136? No. 1140 we had some fun issues.
45, I like that.
What's the yellow arc on the tax signify? I don't know. Actually, Flight. That's a really good question. I don't know. I haven't really done too much reading on complex planes, and I would assume that that's a complex thing. Oh, okay. So you were actually asking. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I mean, it's a variable pitch prop, so I would imagine it has something to do with that, maybe. I use an i7 3770, 3.4 gigahertz, and I have a 974 gig, and I run on all high. Yeah, that's a perfectly good system for sure. Problem is that the Zibo 737 is poorly optimized, so the FPS go down to like 19 or 20 at 34,000 feet. Yikes. Yellow, you probably shouldn't be here. Okay. oh, Ryan, sorry. You guys were both blue, so I mistakenly read that. Usually yellow arc signifies a harmonic imbalance between the engine propeller and RPM. Hey, there is there. That's Riverside, isn't it? Riverside, and then Flay Bob. Beautiful, cool, sneaky, fun Flay Bob is right somewhere. Where is it? There it is.
Tomahawk 93124, Shinograph.
Just go there by plane. Don't drive there. This neighborhood's a little bit on the rough side, but the airport is awesome.
93124, standby.
So your Pipers have carb heat in the sim, huh? Yeah, I don't have the Piper that I have. The Just Flight Arrow is injected. The Stinson's carbureted. 172S is carbureted, or is injected. Bonanza's injected. This is clearly injected. X-Plane does model carb ice, and it is very sensitive.
Squawk 4503.
The Stinson, you have to put in carb heat or else you're gonna die. It is not good.
124, back correct.
980 is a lot better. I'm thinking about getting a 1070 or maybe even the 2070. If you can get the 20, if you can get a Super, those are huge. If you can afford even a 1060 Super, I think that's a 1060 Super. I have like everything about PC building. I've just sucked out of my brain.
Go thank you, Mike. Arrange clearance. After departure, proceed on course southeast bound. Maintain VFR at below 2,500 till advised. Departure frequency.
If you have a 1070 X-Plane pilot, you'll be fine with any of those, by the way.
2627.
Yeah, it's worked. That's more than enough. But if you want something that's next level, the 2060 Super is an awesome card. .2070 Ti is really great for me with nice ortho. Yeah. Well, the ortho I don't think is tied to GPU.
Can you go up and make Mike back correct?
I used to know that.
There's 178 tower, my 19 left.
And if you want the cheap, I mean, a 1050 Ti would probably run that thing. Some of it will load in VRAM. I thought it was all CPU bound, and all of the 3D stuff was VRAM. Yeah, I have a 1066 gig. Yeah. Orbix recommends 11 gigabyte cards. That's so stupid. Yeah, so if you're doing like some light
3124,
Hollywood
Where you parked?
blockbuster scene rendering, then you can run Orbix scenery.
3124 and 182.
Yes, Ro, our destination is Big Bear. And yes, assuming the restaurant is open, we're definitely getting dinner. When we went up to Big Bear, the restaurant was closed. God, look at the weather today is so good. Oh, it gives me like a chill up my spine when the weather is this nice, where it's just freaking clear as crap, man. That's the wrong button. So draw distance, that hill way out there. Way, way out there. I'll point the antenna. That's like San Diego, Mexico out there. And then over on this side, I think those mountains are in the way. But those hills way out there where the antenna's pointing, that's like out by Santa Barbara. So it's a Santa Barbara to Mexico day. The restaurant is on the south side. You know what? I don't even know what my frames are right now. I am not a frame rate snob. And when I was working at Newegg, like those guys all made fun of me because they're all about frame rates, and I really didn't care. I was like, as long as it's fine, because I grew up as a console guy, and it's not, you know, it's only in the last 3 years that I've been a PC gamer. So I didn't really like 30 frames per second is friggin' fine. Harmonic prop and balance. Yellow arc is restricted to transient power changes only. Interesting.
13 whiskey, you're my 34 taxi by Alpha.
Yeah, Piss Pilot. As long as I don't recognize it. Was that for me? SoCal approach, was that for Bravo Romeo?
4 Bravo Romeo, negative.
What other games do I play? I haven't actually.
Good evening. Legion 178, 4000.
I actually haven't loaded up a game in a very long time. But I'm a huge Rockstar fan. I used to really be into racing games when I was in that industry, and PUBG. I liked PUBG a lot. My buddy went to 144 hertz and says he'll never go back. So I have a 120 hertz monitor, and it's pretty nice. When you do get the frames up there, I agree, Flight. Like once you are in that realm, it's insane to go back on games where it matters. This, I don't feel like it matters at all. I don't really think about it at all.
Here you go. Ground runway 15, taxi via Bravo.
Piss Pilot, I just left Newegg as a marketing manager, global marketing manager, and now I am in the financial industry I'm going to be working on being a financial advisor for, I'm not specifically for, but a financial advisor, and I am planning on specializing in the aviation industry. So that is the plan. 401ks, IRAs, retirement, life insurance, all that stuff. So, 144 frames locked over about 200. Yeah, it's
Destination
it's
AWAS is
amazing that it's buttery like that.
135.925.
Okay, we don't have AWAS here, but this is now where we would pick it up. SoCal approach, Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo. We'd like to terminate flight following at this time.
Bravo Romeo, radar services terminated. Squawk maintain VFR. Have a nice day.
All right, radar services terminated. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. 4 Bravo Romeo. See ya!
About 903-124, Chino Tower, runway 21.
He's too busy.
Take off after departure.
This one actually has a VFR button, so that's good. And what is our frequency that we need to be at, Big Bear? CTAF is 2272. 2272. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when you get denied one.
Oh, go away.
I had a SoCal guy. I went for a ride with actually somebody from the channel, and the approach guy we had was so funny. And I told the guy, it was Time Trader actually. I told him after, I was like, dude, you got to work on your like SIA, man. Like that dude was baiting you. Like, he wanted you to give him a hard SIA. And he was like, so he'd be checking in with guys. So someone would call in, you know, Southwest 1429 with you on the arrival, blah, blah, blah. And he'd go, Southwest 1429, whatever, good afternoon. Proceed concourse and like whatever. But this long drawn out good afternoon. I was like, oh, this dude is game. This dude wants it. But Time Trader didn't give him the SIA that he so desperately deserved. I think the network is a little bit slow right now, but we will give him some. We'll give him some action. Are you high enough? It looks like you may need to increase height. I am more than high enough, and I know that because I've flown in here before, and this is the altitude that we're at. So the actual field elevation is 6,700 feet, and the pattern altitude is 7,900 feet. So just about 8,000 feet is the pattern altitude, so we have to actually descend 1,500 feet. That line is actually, it has actually gone down way quicker than I thought. This is wrong. This is wrong. I knew it. Okay. Shit. Go here. Go heading. Good thing I checked. And actually,
it's just is what it is.
More to
it's
the
just
point.
Complete, total
Good thing I was questioned because I was barking up the wrong tree. Mountains always look higher than they are in the sim. Yeah, this in real life, oh my god, it's like, what the hell is happening? Like when you're flying towards it.
Whoa, buddy.
Oh dear, 11 months. That's serious commitment.
Brad, dude, that is some serious commitment. You've put up with me for 11 months? That's impossible to imagine. Thank you very much, Brad. There's definitely a conflict of interest. Yes. Brad is still recovering from... is that open? Yeah. I'm still recovering. So there we go. So we were going up the wrong valley. Did you go high and tight, Brad? Brad tight in the patterns, Brad tight in the haircut. The professional, like, what do we have here? Big Bear traffic. Cardinal is 10 miles to the southwest inbound. Full stop. Big Bear.
Big Bear traffic. We got a better look at Cessna sitting on the ramp waiting for lunch. Big Bear.
Lunch is on its way. 11 miles out. Got it. Is this... No, this is not the direction we came in. So when Brad and I did this flight, we came around this way and went in more from the northwest. And there were... the reason for that was clouds. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Brad, that coming in over this part, this is when we were departing, and you said, you know, if we're stuck with clouds down the valley, that's my out. I'd go up and out over here. That's right where we're flying right now. Isn't there high terrain to the west and south? I mean, there's high terrain all over the place, but this is a pretty nice little valley to shoot through here. But yeah, here, let's... I got the autopilot on, so I might as well. Yeah, so we went around this ridge right here and then dumped in right over here on that little inlet. So this one, we're just going over this ridge and into that valley. Now we're good to go. $11 months, Brad? Jeez, dude. That seems crazy. How did you... I didn't tell Brad I streamed. He found me on the stream. That's how we met. And was like, hey, are you at John Wayne? I'm at John Wayne too. Mr. Max. What up, dude?
Cherokee 4 Foxtrot Golf, you can contact John Wayne Tower 126.8. Good day. 126.8, see ya.
Max, what's happening? Yeah, Josh Gibbs hosted me one night, and Brad was in there. Brad's friend was friends with Josh, and the rest is history, as they say. Big Bear traffic. Cardinal is 8 miles to the west over the West Marina. Big Bear.
You gotta speed it up, man.
Just a little Cardinal. It's doing it its best. And I'm doing freaking 80 knots already. Why am I going so slow? Probably because I pulled back the power to descend, and that's full power. Look at the manifold pressure. Whoa. That's full power, and the manifold pressure is at 22. So great. Yeah, it's leaned. It looks freaking sweet though. Big Bear traffic. Cardinal's entering a left downwind for 26. Big Bear. X-Plane pilot. I am using the literally the cheapest setup you can actually buy new. It's the Thrustmaster HOTUS X. It is plastic and it gets the job done. I have rudder pedals. Got the Cytec rudder pedals that were literally taken out of the garbage from a local college. So this is not an expensive setup at all, but it gets the job done. And like we were talking about earlier, it's really about the procedure, the checklists, the radio communication, all that stuff, not the mimicking the feel of flying an airplane. So I have not really invested any money in trying to mimic the feel of an airplane at all. 20 knots? Damn, that's pretty good. You weren't expecting that answer, dude. You do not have to spend a bunch of money on this for it to be
500
worth it and be fun. Only Cessna's gears didn't look so janky. They do look kind of weird, but I don't know. I think it's cool. Big Bear traffic. Cardinal turning left base 26. Big Bear. In sight. That happens to be a YouTube channel subscription, which
Pull up.
somehow is connected to
Pull up.
Twitch, and I've never turned it off. Descent, welcome aboard to the Twitch channel as well. Thank you for following. Okay, let's get ready to land here. Big Bear traffic, Cardinal turning final 26. Big Bear. What's up, Descent? What do I think about the 206? I know nothing about it. But why are we so low? Like the X-Plane version or like the real plane? Dude, seriously, why is this so low? The Carenado 206. I have not flown it, but Carenado, I have a couple of Carenado planes, and they're nice to some extent, but they do have their problems. They look and sound at some points pretty nice, but it usually comes at a cost of a few bucks. Okay, we got 3 green. We got prop.
Big Bear traffic. Chopper creeper showed up.
Oh, God. Uh-oh. Don't mind the tree
mag?
on short final. Whole trim. Dude, what the frick was that? That's not going to be our landing. Look away. Look away. Look away. Big Bear traffic. Cardinal is going around. Look away. Everybody look away. That was probably trim.
Man, this chopper's crazy. He's not on comm. He's following you.
That was wind shear? It was a tornado? That was something nasty. Dude, this thing does not want to climb at all. So where's best power on this thing? Yeah, I'd be having second thoughts too. Where is... No, I know I'm at 7,000 feet, but I can't... There's no RPM change? Bear traffic, Cardinal left crosswind 26, Big Bear. Dude, it feels like a 152 right now. Something does not feel right, though. You're not at John Wayne. No, we're not at 40 feet. But it doesn't, but something does not feel right. I don't know what it is, though. You now see why. What is DA? Oh, density altitude. Okay, it's feeling a little bit better now. The speed is a little bit better now. Big Bear traffic, Cardinal is downwind for 26, Big Bear. Okay, so there's pattern altitude.
Big Bear traffic. Skyhawk taking off mid-runway 26, Big Bear.
Little intersection takeoff. Okay, we're gonna not comply with the pattern rules here and cut it on the inside of the high school. Big Bear traffic, Cardinal left base 26, Big Bear. Intersection takeoffs, power on stalls, Carenado. Alright, so let's get the gear coming down. Prop is in. It is probably trim.
It's the
Big Bear traffic, Cardinal turning final 26, Big Bear. Just feels and sounds really stupid. Right? Oh, well, who put the trim in? Who trims? Who is responsible for the trim? The pilot.
Big Bear traffic.
I can just hear Brad saying it's a normal landing. This is just a normal landing. Except it's totally not. So
Big Bear traffic. Skyhawk left downwind 26, Big Bear.
What the frick? Full RPM.
That's okay. The center line's for professional.
That was full RPM. $5. Full RPM, and it touches and it butters it in. Shenanigans. We say you saw some kid on his first flight flew after getting his PPL, took his family on a hot day with a full tank, couldn't get higher than a few hundred feet, and he stalled trying to turn back. Ugh. Yeah, but the Big Bear traffic, Cardinal heading to the restaurant. Big Bear. Hi, Chopper Creeper. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is the altitude, but the 172 didn't, was fine. That was weird. Full RPM. Hey Brad, so the RPM was showing full all the way down, and it was descending kind of normal. That's just a Carenado
Approaching
thing, right?
runway 0826.
RPM or manifold pressure?
RPM.
Entered runway
The RPM was like pretty much
0826.
pegged, and it was not moving as I was pulling manifold pressure out.
Well, RPM shouldn't move until you're either off the governor or yeah, basically just till you're off the governor. Either too low throttle setting and or too slow.
So in like high altitude, in this situation where you might have higher manifold pressure to maintain speed, the RPM might stay all the way up.
It's possible, yeah.
Nighthawk final, Big Bear.
But it also shouldn't matter.
Yeah. Airfoil Labs 172 is struggling. It's not even that hot.
Can someone remind me to ping Keith about the ground clipping with the helicopter in a low hover?
Yeah, didn't he mention that too, that he was going to look at that?
I think so.
So if you're new,
This plane was climbing at about 200 feet per second, man.
ooh, look at the chopper creeper. So this is Brad.
Per minute.
This is my instructor, and he is known as the chopper creeper. He's waving. All right, let's get our food. Let's get out of here. Where are we going? Do we have enough fuel to get there? We should have plenty of fuel. Yeah. All right, let's get out of this high altitude crap and go to Cable. I had gone to Cable for the first time with Time Trader, and I have not been back there in the sim since. So we're gonna go to Cable, and then we're gonna go to probably like Chino or Riverside. Yeah, we'll do that. I only got the PC-12 because I saw a few flying it online and heard a lot of good things. Yeah, PC-12 is a sweet plane. Yeah, these are real people taxiing. Yeah, so that's Ryan in the chat there. Ryan, raise your flaps up. There's the flaps coming up. So yeah, if he gives like, Ryan, go like left, right, aileron, like do just kind of churn the butter a little bit, and you'll be able to see all of his control surfaces wiggling there. So you got the ailerons going, you got the elevator going, there's a rudder going with the nose wheel. There's his head going. Like a friggin' maniac. Yeah, so that's a real guy in there. And then this is, I guess you could call him a real guy. That's Brad.
I'm a maniac.
So the latency is really high, and they've updated that since I've been flying on it, and it's amazing how nice it's been. So what you saw just there is called ground clamping, and the purpose of that is people have different sims and different elevation level variations. So when it gets to a point, it'll clip to what it thinks is your ground, and that's what we were talking about, Keith, updating the ground clamping for helicopters, because that is obviously a little bit goofy, and it's whatever that is, 15, 20 feet, it just doesn't know where to be. His head is moving because I think that's just how, like when you're, yeah, like as you're moving around, their heads move. All right, Big Bear traffic. Cardinal is taxiing 26. Big Bear. So Carenado is known for bugginess on some of their planes. They look really good, generally speaking. They typically sound good. This one does not sound that great. So keep that in mind when you're in the market for a new plane. But there's some just weird things that some of these planes do from a systems perspective, and I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to believe, and that is exactly why like the flying aspect on the simulator, I really am not bothered by it. Of course, I would like to have it fly perfectly and land perfectly and all that stuff, but I mean, I am on a rolling desk chair with plastic peripherals, with rudder pedals that are half broken from the garbage, and like I don't care. I want to make sure that all of my my checklists and going through different flows and navigation and the radio work and all that stuff. That's what you can really. That's what simulators can really help you with. The actual flying, like how much right rudder to put in when you're taking off, like you would lose your mind trying to get the exact right amount of pressure with any given rudder pedal set with different curves and everything, and then as soon as you go into a different plane, that's going to be all screwed up. So it's just doesn't. Rolling desk chair, you should get some desk chair chocks. I actually should get some desk chair chocks. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Yeah, so I'm rolling in here, chatting away with a bunch of peripherals. If you land it nice, great. But if you're trying to use this to learn, it doesn't really matter. Big Bear traffic. Cardinal is departing runway 26 straight out to the west. Big Bear. Let's see if you can hear any. Like, I don't know if this thing is going to react to the low.
You won't hear or see anything leaning.
And that's because it's a constant speed prop, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, would you, how when we were departing here, you kind of were hunting for that best power on the rollout in the 172. Is there a way to do that in a constant speed prop as well, or do you just kind of have to know roughly what the mixture needs to be?
EGT would be the main thing. You would want to lean to probably 50 to 100 rich of EGT peak. I'm sure there's EGT in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's on the left. That's not a great place to put that. Let's see how immediate it is. It's pretty immediate. That feels like it's right there. Doesn't have to be exact, and it's a Carenado, and we're in the simulator, which is what I was just talking about. Big Bear traffic. Now the Cardinal's departing 26 straight out to the west. Big Bear.
Have a good flight.
Right underneath the chopper creeper. X-Plane Pilot, thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your night. Full power. Let's watch Brad fly backwards at rotation speed of a Cardinal. So I'm putting in left rudder in here now, by the way, to stay on center line. That's left rudder. Needs more left rudder. That's left rudder. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, and rotate.
Look how slow that beat's increasing.
Okay, we are at a runway. Goofy gear coming up. And Brad is now in the trees. We'll send the rescue team out for you, Brad.
I'm dipping and dodging.
So that is almost full left rudder on the roll out there.
That seems accurate.
Is that an autocross track? Or like a kart racing track or something? That's weird. Does the Cardinal have rudder trim? I actually don't think... Oh, it does. It does have... It's pretty much straight. Yeah. Which is probably why I was so on the right side on the landing, because it for some reason just needed left rudder. That's really weird. Because I don't think I've noticed that before on this plane. I mean, I haven't flown it in a while, but I don't think it's needed that before. And Brad, I'm sure you got my text. I got the sectional, tack chart, FAR aim, and what was formerly referred to as the AFD, the facilities directory, on its way for the check ride. So that'll be nice to have all that stuff and start like preparing all the materials that I need for the check ride.
That'll be good.
Yeah. Do you have a paper AFD with you in the plane? The Bonanza?
No, I have paper nothing.
I kind of think that it'll be nice to have that paper AFD thing, and for no other reason than to maybe like read and study, you know, like outside of the plane. Private, does that say Private Pile? Welcome aboard officially. Thank you for following and joining us tonight. But it'll be nice to know that there is backup in the plane. Check ride is not scheduled yet. Paper AFDs work well when you're on the toilet. Well, it's one of my favorite parts of the house.
You should look up.
Where? Try not to fly into mountains. Oh god, I'm gonna... Okay, I gotcha, nice.
I was tucked in really tight, but then you started slowing down.
Well, I didn't want to hit any of these mountainy thingies.
The BFRs?
The VFRs, is that what you said?
Yeah. No, the BFRs.
Oh. BFRs, bravo, got it. Big frickin' I give up, I don't know.
Rocks.
Big frickin' rocks guy. It's too many acronyms, man. I've been reading that book and I'm just acronymed out.
Channeling my inner Robin Williams from Good morning, Vietnam.
Got it. Dude, there is this this paragraph, and I had to reread it a couple times because it was so ridiculous. On, I think it was like decision making. So it was all ADM stuff, and there was a sentence that had 5 different things, all with their own acronym, and they were all like 2-letter acronyms. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Fantastic. I'm pretty close. I could probably reach out and polish your horizontal stab at this point.
Oh, he's in there tight. We are definitely going to CFT. No, the hell's that one? CTIF? Is that what it is?
CFIT.
Yeah, CFIT. Controlled Flight into Terrain. That's what it is. CFIT.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just sit down here and call it a night. You have fun down there at Cable.
Oh, we're going to have a blast at Cable. Thanks for chopper creepering so expertly.
Gonna have some fun with my night.
You can't just be all airplanes all the time, man. You gotta do something. Go watch Netflix.
It's basically what I'm planning on doing.
And nothing with an airplane, and if there is even an airplane overhead, you have to turn it off.
The funny thing is that one of the main characters supposedly has a G4, and they keep showing pictures and videos of Sovereign.
Dude, that is the worst. Every time I watch a TV show or movie and I see a plane in the background, and then I pause it, I look up the end number, and it's like from Burbank usually. Like Ocean's 12, I think I watched, and there's, like just a ramp full of planes. I'm like just Googling all of the registration numbers in each friggin' plane.
Well, the worst part for me is, like, I was watching this TV show, right, and they are out on the ramp, and I'm like, oh, that's Clay Lacy Van Nuys, and I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like in New York or somewhere, Miami, and you're like, nope, dude, I know exactly where that is. That's Van Nuys.
Exactly. All right, I'll see you, man.
All right, dude, peace out. Nerd. All right, let's get, it is wine refresh time. So that means that we're going to be autopilot in the middle of mountains. At just a random altitude. Okay, bye. Hang on. Did we hit anything? No, it doesn't look like we hit anything. Alright, we're heading right towards San Bernardino, which we don't want to do. You hit my heart. Okay. Let's check out Cable. To route. Go direct to show this here. We're gonna just go around the Charlie here. Let's get this thing actually. Whoa! Going. It's Jordy. What is happening? Happy Monday. Okay, we're like way out of trim. God. There we go. Right. What's up, Joe? Happy Monday. What are we doing here? Trim has to be that nose down. If you hit a California condor in Arizona, does it still count? That is a great question. I am like full nose turned down. Does your plane still get damaged? Yeah, then it counts. That's great. This is a beautiful plane. I will say that it would be kind of nice if PilotEdge added some AWAS stuff. That would be marginally helpful. Happy Monday. Cheers. Well, I think because I'm connected to, well, we could try it. But I think because we're connected to PilotEdge, it overrides the X-Plane one, because that's how they have the regular ATIS working, and I'm pretty sure that that kills the AWAS, but I could be completely mistaken. But it's just a sim, so that's why it doesn't matter too much. Just gonna go around. Yeah, I'm just gonna go around Ontario. Yeah, there's nothing on that. Oh, I still had the iPad up. Does that matter? Do you guys care? I don't know. I always kind of forget about that. 30 knot tailwind just means more braking. Yep. Hold on. Man, I am glad that I decided to stream tonight. I was so close to not streaming. But it's nice hanging out with you guys for sure, and just keeping...
Destination AWAS is 119.525.
Thank you for play. Just keeping this, staying even marginally engaged with it, just going through the procedures does really help. Well, thank you, Blue Minimums. It's fun. I have fun doing this with you guys. It's true. It'd be a lot poorer. So if you live in the LA area and you're going to Vegas, this is where you go. You go right up the, that's the 15. And I'll take you all the way to Vegas. Maffey, 4 a.m. Dude, that's awesome. I am glad that I haven't put you straight to sleep. Fantastic. This Rialto Airport, still an X-plane, does not exist in the real world. It is gone. What sector is it? This is one of the things I love about this plane for being a high wing, is that wing is so far back on the pillar that you've got such better view. I mean, it's almost like there is no wing, though. It's so far back if you're leaned out over here. Obviously, you don't have, you know, that rear three-quarter view that you would have. But looking out here, I mean, that is a huge visibility. So that's cool. Well, Maui, thank you, man. I hope I come off that way. Not all the time, but I hope so. I just like doing this. This is so addicting. The airplanes and hanging out with you guys is too much fun. And that frickin', I say this almost every stream when I bring it up, but that frickin' Discord, man, how cool is that? I like, one of the great things about doing this as well, or I should say about this community, is the variety of ages. No one needs to say what their age is, but I know that it goes from like barely a teenager to much older. So there's a huge wide range of ages. But I come from, you know, a time when chat rooms were a thing. Well, I don't want to, you know, it doesn't matter. The numbers don't matter, honestly, but it's just a huge range of experiences and eras, really. But I come from an era, you know, when the internet was first born and chat rooms were such a huge thing, and there's this like amazing concept of like-minded people getting together and chatting back and forth. And forums still exist to a large extent for that purpose, but Discord is, to me, so much better than a forum, because it's like an ongoing discussion. It's like a constant flowing discussion rather than like a splintered number of different discussions and topics. And that's why I've just fallen in love with that Discord, and was reluctant at first to set it up, because it's like, it's just one more thing and blah blah blah. But man, I'm so glad I set it up, because that ongoing discussion that we've had, where, I mean, I'm sitting at the airport at John Wayne, I read this question in my oral exam book, and it was, does the nose wheel steer in midair when rudder is applied? I was like, I don't know. That's kind of a stupid question, but I was like, that's really interesting. Like, I don't know the answer to that. I asked in the Discord, we talked about it back and forth, and it's just constant like that all day long. So if anyone is either in the Discord and not really that active, or is not in the Discord, if really, whether it's with computers or airplanes or cars, I mean, obviously we have, like, it's pretty much aviation specific, but if you ever have any question, just ask it in the Discord. Everyone there is so happy to find the answer. And a lot of the times it's because we want to know the answer too. It's like, oh, that's a really good question. Let's find the answer. Personal computers didn't come into being until several years after I got my PPL. I am feeling friggin' old. Well, thank you, Ryan. And different, and what's also cool about it, and Ryan's a perfect example of that, is we've got people from all different rungs of the aviation experience as well. So everyone from, I have never been in an airplane, I really have no intention of ever being in an airplane, but I like flight simulators, to commercial pilots flying jets all over the place, and everything in between. You know, Ryan's really early in his flight training, below minimums, is he's working on his instrument rating, right? Below, working on his instrument, wants to be an air traffic controller. Cable traffic, what are we? We're a Cardinal, and we're on the wrong frequency. Cable traffic, Cardinal is 8 miles to the northeast. We're landing straight in 2-4 cable. Working on IR and a controller student. So I mean, like, just that dude is like crazy. Adone is a recent commercial pilot. Brad's a CFII and charter jet pilot. We've got PilotEdge controllers. You know, just, it's freaking awesome. The like collection of knowledge. And as I'm studying for this check ride, you know, a lot of it seems to be, if you don't know the answer, how do you find the answer? And I find myself thinking of these questions that are potentially going to be asked. And I was like, well, okay, if I had a question, I'd ask it in the Discord. You know, like, it's not necessarily like a check ride answer, but you know, that's what I would actually do. Captain Darkon. And speaking of the Discord, Ryan, Captain Darkon, is the reason why I started mine, and I am so happy that he did. Cable traffic, Cardinal is 3 miles, somewhat straight in 2-4 cable. Dude, we are just hugging this Charlie airspace of Ontario. And I'm going to be the reason you delete it too. Oh, don't delete it. That is super funny. I'm dipping one wing right in there. What are you gonna do about it? Now, in the real world, I would have 100% picked up flight following for this. Yeah, we're gonna be straight in, ish. I have no choice here. Look at this. That's the extent of my straight in. Okay, let's get the gear coming down. Cable traffic, Cardinal is on a somewhat straight in short final 2-4 cable. Oh, Alec. Yeah, it's the what Below said, it's the when you put in the glide ratio for your plane, which this is wrong, by the way, because that's a 172. ForeFlight thinks I'm flying a 172, but yeah, that would signify, you know, if it's like 9-to-1 glide ratio, it just takes into account what your altitude is. Okay, we got 3 green, we got mixture in, we got props in, we've got flaps almost all the way down. I think they are all the way down. It will take into account terrain too, which is really nice. And this is kind of cable-ish. This is actually significantly nicer than cable. that's a little better. I didn't need left rudder. Yeah, this thing does not like high altitudes apparently. I use a HOTAS. We just talked about this, and it is the cheapest one you can get. It's this guy. Thrustmaster HOTAS X. You have the HOTAS and a Logitech yoke. Yeah, like a yoke would be cool. Like it would be great, but I kind of like the mobility of this. I mean, I can just like toss it out of the way and still use my desk, and you know, don't have to be so far back. I don't know. It's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna go from Cable to John Wayne, and I am going to need the approach out of here. And it's 25.5. No, we're not going to leave this plane in Cable. This was a very
approaching
goofy,
runway 24.
very goofy airport. It's nice to have finally been here and see it in the sim. It makes it a little bit better, but it is definitely weird. It's a weird place. All right. This is not really. Cable traffic. Cardinal is departing runway 24. Straight out. Cable. Okay. We're going to close this, and I probably don't need that anymore. Okay, let's do it. We got lights, we got mixture full in. Let's do it. Victorville is pretty bad. I don't know why you gotta be such a Cardinal hater, dude. These things are awesome. Look at that beauty. Am I gonna need left rudder? Needed. Yes, maybe it's at high altitude this thing wants left rudder for some reason. That is the correct response below. It's not good. Cable traffic. Cardinal is departing to the west. Last call, Cable. SoCal approach. Good evening, Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo, just off of Cable, descending through 2000.
Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo, SoCal approach, coming up road next second.
SoCal approach. Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo. We're just off of Cable, climbing through 2,200. We like flight following to John Wayne at 4,500. Did I say descending?
Cardinal 4 Bravo Romeo, squawk 2670.
2670 for Bravo Romeo. I meant climbing. What was that beacon code again for Bravo Romeo?
4 Bravo Romeo, squawk 2670, IDAM.
2670.
Approach number 13 Air 14 site.
Thromonite in.
The 1-3 Whiskey, roger that, thanks for control, Carenado, signal approach, 127.4.
Hello.
590, contact signal approach, 119.6.
Say again that frequency 23590.
23590, contact signal approach, 119.6.
119.6, 23590.
Descending through. What are you?
654 Romeo, we have contact 1 mile northeast to Beckett Airport, Ontario altimeter 3005 to altitude.
We're climbing through 3000 for Bravo Romeo.
Russell for Romeo, resume appropriate VFR altitude, no on course.
Alright, staying on course and VFR altitudes for Bravo Romeo. This is what I told Time Trader when we were flying. This was like my local knowledge trick here. This won't mean anything to you guys, but I thought it was cool that I actually knew this. So I'm going to John Wayne from Cable. There are two ways you can go. You can either go a little bit to the east here. This is there's Ontario, there's Chino, and there's Corona. So if you go out towards Corona, you're going to get Signal Peak, which is going to take you all the way around the south side of John Wayne. Southeast side. If you stay to the right here and go, like, we're basically heading towards Fullerton. You'll either get straight in, or you'll get Miles Square Park and be a lot more direct route to the airport. And it's a difference between like maybe 15 degrees.
Copy that and clear for the approach
100. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information back.
Information what?
John Wayne Airport, ATC information, Quebec. 0253 Zulu.
You have information back. What information back is. Alec says, I'm getting better at talking to ATC, just have trouble listening for my call sign when I'm so focused on flying, going to do touch and goes on Wednesday morning with my instructor. Information back. Alec, do you use different call signs every time? But I've noticed that if you switch call signs in PilotEdge, because I don't switch that often in the real world, but if you switch call signs a lot, it is like you do have to like retrain yourself to listen to a different call sign. But I think once you are understanding a little bit more about what's going on, because right now you're probably also focused on all of the other stuff that's going on. When that becomes more second nature, then really you're only focusing on the call sign, and at that point it'll be much easier. So I think just it's fine, and just focus on everything else besides the call sign. Your instructor is going to be with you. Your instructor will clue you in on your call sign, but once everything kind of becomes clear, you'll be fine. I'm in a different plane each time.
GFR head.
It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy when you're trying to learn all the other stuff. But once you're good to go. Is that for us? It might be another. This might be a case study, because I don't fly this call sign.
Number 654 Bravo Romeo, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
Alright, 281 is 654 Bravo Romeo. We'll see it. was 13 Whiskey. SoCal approach, good evening. Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo descending through 3,800. We have Quebec at John Wayne.
Or 654 Bravo Romeo, SoCal.
That's the 176 Right Hotel,
Right at hotel, contact ground.
20 right, airport 5 mile final.
Okay, straight in for 20 right. We'll port at 5 miles. 654 Bravo Romeo. I didn't hear any of what he said except for that last little bit. Oh my god. All right, Ryan. Have a great night, man. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Me too. Me too, Ryan. Thank you.
Two of us calling approach.
So we're straight in, and this is. I can't believe I haven't like done this flight after doing it with Time Trader, but yeah, we flew like right over this intersection right here, the 91 and the 57. And I was telling him because he just moved his plane to John Wayne, so he's still kind of learning the geography and everything. But I was showing him that 91 is right here. This freeway right there. That's the 91. And if you follow the 91, you'll go to Corona, which is right there. You'll go to Riverside, which is on the other side of that little hill. Basically all the way out towards like March and Hammett and all that stuff. And if you take the 91 going this direction, it'll take you almost directly to Fullerton and then Long Beach. And then if you follow this road,
I didn't observe about 5 or 8 miles
which you can kind of see that freeway right there. That's the 55. That's the freeway that I commute every day to work. And that'll take you straight to John Wayne. And that is how you fly IFR in SoCal. And that stands for I Fly Roads.
Mike, thank you. Enter a left base runway 27, report 2 miles out. Back to the runway, please. Sorry, Mike, confirm runway 27.
IFR student. There you go.
I need you to confirm runway 27.
You don't. That's the great part. It's the best part about it. Is traffic signals, no factor. Accidents on the 55, no factor. So he wanted us to go 5 miles out from
654 Bravo Romeo, contact John Wayne Tower 12618.
268 4 Bravo Romeo. We'll see ya.
Bye.
Should we give him a really hard with you, or just check in like a normal human being? Give him a with you. John Wayne Tower, good evening. Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo 2700 straight in for 20 right with you on the approach.
Cardinal 654 Romeo, John Wayne Tower, make straight in runway 20 right, clear to land, 1 call.
Straight in 20 right, clear to land, 654 Bravo Romeo, thanks. I totally forgot to say it with you, said it at the end. I had to ad-lib that a little bit. With you on the approach. That doesn't mean anything, don't ever say that. That's nothing. Piper.
Palomar Tower.
Happy Monday.
Skyhawk 2359 Zulu.
Shoes, happy Monday to you as well. How's it going?
To the west with information golf. Full stop. Information golf.
2359 Zulu Palomar Tower. Hi there.
Oh, dude, come on, frames, dude. What are you doing? This is my town, by the way. I'm not gonna dox myself.
Zulu Palomar Tower. Enter right downwind.
This is my neighborhood.
Right downwind, runway 24, report midfield, 2359 Zulu.
Can confirm ATC student. With you. With you on the approach, straight in VFR. It's the Cardinal's fault. I will say that it is definitely the Cardinal's fault. Okay, while we're at the quiet portion of the approach here, old or new, or chaperone, old, new, chaperone, or tra-la-la-la-la. Those are our four options, right? Old, new, chaperone, tra-la-la-la. Yeah. I should have given him a speech. Chaperone, chaperone. You don't know what the other two are. Dude, we went over it below on Friday. It's pretty sweet. I feel like we're gonna go chaperone though, because I started my like pre-stream little like wait for everything portion with chaperone. So we'll end with that, and then you'll see.
Right here, buddy. Right here, Karen. Can you please put it down?
Put what down?
Your stupid green screen.
Well, what are you doing? You just dancing away or having fun? What's happening? Quit making noise. It's a sterile cockpit. Possibly Chinese, says hi, Julia. And below minimum says hello, Julia. She's like, possibly Chinese. Stop being racist. Okay, let's go. Props full. Mixture in. This is kind of far out for gear in Bradland, so we'll let it chill here for a bit.
2 mile final runway 20 right.
Thank you so much for that help, foreplay. I don't know, Julia. That's his name. What do you want to do?
I'm on the tower, Cessna 323 Echo Mike, 2 miles out.
I don't think we're gonna make kilo in this thing. That's for sure.
Ready for landing.
This
Circuit Mike,
buggy
right, land.
Carenado.
500.
Clear to land, runway 27, 323 Echo Mike.
Low, full flights. Just feels like the pistons are gonna punch right through the head. Oh, that's true. He does spell it Chinese. That's true. Spelling is important. All right, over the 405, looking cool. Oh, look at that shot right there. Oh, I love that. That looks awesome. Just hit the 1,000 footers because we don't want to have to taxi too much. We're gonna go right past this guy.
Palomar Tower, 2359 Zulu, midfield.
Are we going to be able to make this one? I think we should be able to make this one. 405 is definitely fake news. Yeah, it doesn't look like that except for like 3 a.m. on a Sunday.
Clear to land, runway 24, 2359
Hard on
Zulu.
the brakes. John Wayne Tower, what are we? Cardinal 654 Bravo Romeo, clear of 20 at Hotel Park and Dove Street, or Baker Street.
Bravo Romeo, taxi ramp straight ahead.
Ramp straight ahead for Bravo Romeo. Good night.
Civil.
He's
Got 108, connect LA Center,
used to
134.65.
the ACI, but we're going to be over on Baker Street parking. And we're going to be right in here. Chacarone, chacarone. If it takes you less than 2 hours to drive 20 miles on the 405, you've really ever driven the 405. It's not the full experience. That's for sure.
Dagger altimeter.
It's not the full 405 experience. Okay. The sunshade. Turning off all the lights. Kill the mixture. And tuck her in. Awesome. Just awesome. Okay. John Wayne, Big Bear, Cable, back to John Wayne, all with the quarter window open. Who did that? When did that get opened up? Probably when I was clicking it and didn't realize that it actually opened. Sweet. So maybe that's why we were going so slow. What's up, Quasar? Not good timing, Quasar. Do we have anybody coming into John Wayne? I don't think so. Yeah, no wonder, dude. The friggin' window was left open. Oh, look at this. Even in the sim, this airport is freaking awesome. Because we just landed.
Stop. Jeez.
Oh, frick. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. I am really glad I streamed because this was a lot of fun. Must have been one hell of an airflow. Dude, we got tons of AC for sure. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get pressurization warnings at 4,000 feet. Just pop the door open. Ernie, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Is Dr. Ocean still here? He may not be. Well, anyway, thank you. Big thank you to Dr. Ocean for many gifted subs. And, of course, the donations. And thank you, the rest of you guys, for joining us. And that was awesome. Tell Julia the corner window blew up the curtain. Julia, the corner window blew up the green screen. It's okay, Quasar. You made it just in time for the fun part anyway. Look at the guns. Getting ripped. Hope everyone has a great rest of your Monday. Here's the Discord link. I think Nightbot has been pretty much on his game. Well, Ro, it is possible. And I agree. Below minimums. But yes, I agree. Dalmatian, what is up? All right, so now you will all be treated to the greatest music video song combination ever. Enjoy. Have a great night. Love you guys. Peace. See ya.
That's 176, turn right, hotel, contact ground.
Right at hotel, contact the ground. See ya!